Hi guys, sorry I'm a little shiny right now, but sunblock all the time. Today I want to talk to you guys about a little bit of our backstory, how we got here to these 5 acres in the outskirts of town, and what our plans are, why I'm making these videos. And so it'll be more like a vlog, but at the same time we're going to be doing a lot of cleaning and moving things around, getting things ready for Easter. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. Stay tuned. Okay guys, so we're gonna start with a little tour and let you know where everything's kind of situated. So here's the milpa, but it's a garden, it's not a milpa, because for that you would have to have like acres and acres. We only have 5. So we can start with that. We bought this little plot of land it's called Robles Junction. I think that's the more common name, but we know it as 3 Points, Arizona. It's right outside of Tucson, Arizona, so I guess we're considered Zone 9. One of the Zone 9s. It's hot. So our milpa's on the southwest corner of our plot, and it's like behind our house. It's close to our house for that reason. We wanted it to be nearby, accessible, not too far, so that we can reach, water, hose, and whatever. Then we have our outhouse back here. The outhouse is where we keep our cats, and obviously it's for extra spare restroom. That's our house. We have our dog house in the back, and then if you look this way, that right there is Mario's corral. Right next to that is our chicken run and the hen house. So our storage was actually like a small shed, just the roof and the 3 sides. There was no front side, no door, and there was no floor on it. My husband converted it because we needed storage when we moved here, which was about almost 2 years ago. We moved out here to 3 Points close to 4 years ago. Was it maybe 4 or 5, almost 5 years ago? And we really liked it out here. Originally we had moved out here to a house, a really beautiful house on 2 acres. The only issues, I guess more than one issue, came up, and we decided we wanted more land. We wanted to build our own house. That was something that we always had planned, and we saw this opportunity, and it was exactly what we needed. It was, small house, affordable, lots of land, enough for us. 5 acres might not seem like a lot to you guys, but come try to clean it and then you'll see how big it is. Another thing that we really liked was the diversity of the plants out here. At the 2-acre house, we didn't really have a lot of diversity in the vegetation. Like, the whole thing was pretty much cleaned out. Just a little back area behind a wash was still native land, and it wasn't enough for me. So we're gonna get started walking around, giving you a little tour. So around the milpa, most of this area, even the milpa, all of this was completely covered in desert. And we've been cleaning out piece by piece, trying to get it a little bit more safe, I guess you could say, because Choya gets on everything. Like, it's not fun. So we made these little rows because last year we had our garden in here, and this was still all bush. And we had a lot of sunflowers and a lot of watermelon, cantaloupe, ¿qué más tenemos? Calabazas, pumpkins, squash. And all that kind of just took over. And I really loved it, but I really just wanted to keep a clean area for the garden. So I was making these little rows and hoping that something would take, but not successful yet. Give it time. We have a track. We made a track all around the 5 acres, and that's where we run and ride our Razor. Not ours, their Razor. What else? Let's walk around. Oh, this is canutillo. It's a medicinal bush, and it's everywhere. It's everywhere. I love it. So here's where we were planting. This is one of the pieces that we recently cleaned out, and it was just to expand the milpa because, like I said, I wanted to plant more watermelon and squash and let it just grow crazy. But we also wanted to put more of our trees for our little orchard, and it's scattered. Our orchard is scattered, so we have it all over the place, but hopefully we'll get enough pollinators to help us out. So this is the back of our house, and it may not look like much, but it's been a blessing for us. Adios Corral. This was already here when we moved here, and it used to be a horse corral. They used to have horses here, or a horse. And so the family that lived here before us, they originally built the house and lived here for many years. They had a horse or a couple horses, and when their second horse passed away, they decided they needed to move. And that was when this opportunity came up for us. We didn't meet them. We kind of just bought it off of the man that took it off their hands. And so this corral, we converted it into a little training area for my son because he loves soccer. Of course, I always wanted to have a tennis court in my house. So in the future, when my son's off to college, I'm gonna make a tennis court. This is a biznaga, a barrel cactus, and there's a baby one down there, and then a cholla, and like a ton of chollas. There was so much cholla on this south side of the plot. We've been cleaning it out to make our track, but also just because like balls come out here, and then we have to buy more balls. But I really love it in the summertime, or well, spring, late spring, summer. These things bloom beautifully. Can't wait to show you guys. This little pellet wall is something I hit to, a target for my son. He uses it as his training buddy. We started a pitching mound for my daughter to practice. Don't know when that's gonna happen, but it's there. So our storage here is also where we store stuff. These spools, we used them to make our temporary trellis out by the milpa, and this one was not the same size, so we were gonna keep it for something else. And they were actually the rails on the house when we bought it. I didn't really like them. They weren't even safe, so I took them off. These hackberries, we already trimmed them down a lot, but they invaded the wash, and this is the major wash in the house. Or I mean this is the biggest wash in the 5 acres. I think the other ones are just kind of nothing. So we cleaned out this wash a little bit, but it gets dirty, it rains, and then trash just blows over here. And it's kind of far from the house, so I'm not there yet. But we can keep walking on our little trail here. close to budding. They're gonna be so pretty. So here we kind of can go either way. That way, this way. It was overtaken by weeds recently, but now that it's drying out, I guess it might come back now again because we didn't clean it too good. So right here we can take the trail that way, this way, but this one goes around the perimeter, that one kind of cuts through. And on this side we have our scarecrow, espantapájaros. Why do we have a scarecrow? It was a Halloween decoration that never came back. Look at these. These trees are gigantic. I love them. So pretty. No, I don't want to clean them. This is already here. I didn't do that. But I noticed we're pretty far from our house already. All of these acres on the east side of the property are still just desert. We haven't cleaned that much except for the track and a few things here and there where we want to potentially build our house. Okay. Okay. These little eggs are so cute, and I don't know how they got there. I don't think that they're native. Are you zooming in? I don't think that they're native, but they're so cute. I don't want to disturb them. But you can see they're like spreading there, and back there. And they actually flower. So I don't know, in the future I'll probably make something around this to make it stand out. I'm conserving them. Okay. So this side up here is the east, the first acre of the 5, and up here is where we want to build our house. Now, a little bit about what kind of house we want. We love barn doors. Okay, I love barn doors. Happy wife, happy life, so I want a barn door. So these poor things, these biznagas, they give a really beautiful flower too, but I never water these. They might be dead, but hopefully not. Here's some more little eggs. And like I found them like random places all over the yard, but I really don't think they're native. I don't know. So this would be the entrance to our house, which will be right up there. Just like imagine, envision it. Actually makes me sad thinking about it, because then I gotta cut all that vegetation down. But my plans are not to destroy this. I truly believe that it's important to take care of our flora and fauna, our native flora and fauna. So even though you see me gardening and adding, you know, an orchard and all these other things that aren't native to this area of the world, I still like conservation and I care about nature. I'm a tree hugger. Can you guys see that nest? I'm about to geek out right now. I planted this when we first moved here off of a cutting. And look, it's sprouting. That's gonna be a flower. I'm so excited. This is actually fruit. It's edible. I'm not gonna show you how to do it because I've never had it before. But you can eat this. So we're gonna cut through to go to the Scarecrow Trail. Ariela. Look! And it has so many. And I don't water. It's the desert. So that gallon, I'm gonna take it down because that was also part of our Halloween decorations. The first year we came, when we made our trail, we were like, ooh, it would be so cool to have a spooky trail ride or whatever. And so we put little luminaria things up. I collected all the gallons and then hung them up in random places of the trail, kind of like luminarias. Didn't work, but we attempted it. They're still there. Now they're coming down. So the head of our scarecrow exploded. It was like an old pillow or something. But you can kind of see the idea. We had a good idea, right? Did I make my point or what? Look at this. Nature, guys, it's beautiful. So I don't usually come out here without a trash bag because so much trash just flies over or washes in from other places, and sometimes our dogs just go into our trash and destroy it. And anyway, they brought out all their blankets from the winter, and so we're picking everything up right now. Never waste your time just walking around making videos. Bring a trash bag. This is a dátil that my mother-in-law gave me. It's a date. I think that's what it's called in English. It's right in front of our house on the other side of the wash. Because kind of like on this side we have our little orchard going, and there's more room for it to grow back here since all of those trees are kind of big. But also the trunk of the dates, they make really excellent shelter for scorpions. That's kind of something that I don't want really close to my house. But I can't wait to have fruit one day, maybe like in 10 years. Also, don't come out here without your work gloves because then you're going to end up with arbates on your hands. But risk I'm willing to take. So this is the beginnings of a tree house for Ariela over here. Funny story, we had a teeter-totter. That one over there. And it was bolted onto here. And we had a really crazy monsoon last year. And the water from the wash just came crashing straight into the tree, exposed this whole root, somehow created a wave that crashed into this here. It dragged the teeter-totter about 2 acres out in the wash. So we went and had to go get it back. But we haven't put it back up. I don't know if we're ever going to do that again. This is the one that I got the cuttings. This one and that one are the ones that I got the cuttings from to put like pretty much all over the yard and the driveway. And it's gonna have a lot of pretty flowers again too. So here's one that I put, but it's still not blooming. I'm sure it will. See this little one? It's already budding out. This is a fake flower. So I tell you guys, I walked through here so many times. I notice the weirdest things, and that baby cactus was the star of one of my shorts. I'll zoom in right now, or you'll zoom in, or whatever. I don't understand how they got here. I don't feel that they're native. There's just not enough of them for me to think that, yeah, they're native to this side of the world or whatever, but I really like it. It's really cute. It's so random where it's at. Protected by this big old barrel cactus. So it might be, I don't know. Check it out. I'll take this as an opportunity to introduce you to 2 different types of trees that are native to this desert. So this is one mesquite. And this one right next to it, comes them into the leaves because they're different. This is either acacia or palo fierro. Okay, there's a word for that in English, but it's kind of small, so it kind of makes me think it's an acacia, but it's a tree, and I think it might be a palo fierro. And this is obviously a mesquite, and they're very similar, but obviously different. Ironwood, that's what palo fierro means. All right, we're coming up to this really exciting piece for me too. Something that we didn't have in our other house. It's yucca. And it's the only yucca we have on the whole 5 acres. And yeah, those are the only ones on the whole 5 acres. But I don't care. They're there. I'm gonna conserve them, and hopefully maybe they can reproduce. If not, then they'll be there as long as I'm living. We skipped through the junk of our yard because obviously I don't want anybody to see that. But another thing that makes me really excited about our little plot of land is that ocotillo. It's the only one on the whole 5 acres. We didn't have one in our old house. It's natural, it's there. I don't water it. It's kind of far from the house, but it makes me so happy because it's beautiful and it's part of nature. Oh yeah, good point. We have one in the front of the house, but that one we planted, so it's not needed. Wasn't born here. Okay guys, so there you have it. That's the reason why we're out here, is to do some conservation of the land, have a nice place to get away from the city, breathing room, place to build our dream home, to raise our family, our kids, have our family come and enjoy the weekends with us, especially holidays like Easter, which is my favorite. Brings back lots of memories for me, and that's kind of what I've always wanted for my kids too, is to give them a place to create memories. So I hope that you guys will stay tuned for more of our videos when we start building things, projects around the house. I mean, our trailer now, manufactured home, is a fixer-upper, and I mean, it was already move-in ready, but there are a lot of things that we want to fix, and those will probably be videos in the future, as well as when we start building our house and everything in between. Stay tuned for videos of the garden, of I don't know, the wildlife, because pretty soon we'll be seeing a lot of Gila monsters, a lot of other wildlife. And thanks for stopping by. So the YouTube channel thing, the kids have been bugging me to start a YouTube channel, and of course this is not the kind of YouTube channel that they imagined that they wanted. But I said, we'll have one if it's educational, or if at least the content, someone might learn something from it. It's kind of invasive for me. I am an introvert. That's why I live out here. Okay, well, I still like my privacy, and I still have my weird lifestyle, some of you might think. It is a romantic lifestyle. You kind of gotta love it. And be comfortable with being humble. But anyway, back to the YouTube channel. So I told the kids, okay, we can start one. Finally, we can start a YouTube channel. We'll, put our little projects in here and let you guys know what's going on around the farm. It's not a homestead. Maybe one day, highly doubt it. I mean, we're out in the middle of 3 Points, but it's really not that far. Like, we're really close to Tucson now. It's 20 miles to town, which is where our family lives. We were born there, raised there. Our life is in Tucson. Honestly, like, a lot of people don't say this a lot, but I love my mom, I love my mother-in-law, I love my family, and I would never live too far away from them. So this is not far. So that's why we're doing this YouTube channel, to give you guys a little bit of inspiration to be yourselves, be creative, get in touch with nature, know that you have resources outside in your own backyard, and see the beauty in what you have. And I guess I should probably start cleaning up, because I'm just sitting here enjoying this wonderful little breeze on our little bench under this really beautiful old mesquite tree. So I also wanted to give a couple shout outs to the YouTube inspirations channels that I watch that inspired me to start this video, what is it? Channel. First of all, Roots and Refuge Farm. They have beautiful gardens, recently moved to a new farm. So the land, they had started on a 1 acre or 1.5 acre or something like that. Now they upgraded to a 14-acre farm. Of course, barn doors. So Texas Barn Dominiums and Texas Best Construction. Who else? Of course, our neighbors, Edge of Nowhere Farm. They're actually in Phoenix, or Winkleman, Arizona, but still, I mean, desert life. So if I missed your channel, and I'm subscribed to you, sorry, but those were the ones that just came to mind because they're like, I'm following them all the time, checking out their updates channels. All their videos have really good content. So thanks for the inspiration. So I'm a little shiny. Don't know what to do with my hands. Why do I say hoing goings? Well, it's kind of an inside joke where we make fun of one of my nieces because she's kind of introvert, shy girl. And so he's like, hi guys. And then I just started saying that to all of my creatures, my little animals. And then I started saying it in a video by accident. So it's stuck. Hoing goings. A ver, enséñame. Oh my gosh. Newbie. Ay. She's pregnant. Barbie is not the father.